So the concept of karma and what karma is something that I think a lot of people have misconceptions about. Most people refer to karma as being something good or bad. We have good karma, bad karma, created by actions, maybe that we've done in a past life or even in this current life. We did something bad, therefore bad things happen to us, or a good person must have done something good in their past life in order to deserve that. And I found that this is not necessarily true. That the concept of karma is more about balance. So it's not about good karma or bad karma. I found that there is no such thing. Karma just is. We're confronted with people and situations in our life in order to provide us with an opportunity for a choice. And this choice involves bringing about that balance. It's not like you did something to a guy in a past life who comes back and is really mean to you. Chances are you've done something to that person as well. And it's this cycle that continues. So, this ties into the concept of soulmates as well. We meet people whom we're meant to meet in order to bring about this opportunity for a choice. And it is an opportunity as well for our own growth, depending on what type of choice we make. One of the best ways that I've come to an understanding about why bad things happen to good people, or good things happen to, quote, bad people, or people who seem to be making negative choices, has been in understanding the concept of reincarnation. That it's not just this one choice or this one lifetime that we have, that there's a bigger picture here, that there are many opportunities over many lifetimes, and that life is all about life lessons we're confronted with in order to have this growth. So it's been really interesting to learn in my years working with people that we really do choose the circumstances of our birth in our past lives as well as this life. There's a conscious choice, and this process happens in the space between lives. And it's been interesting how many hundreds of people I've watched come to this realization regardless of their background or their belief system. And it really has been an interesting insight into how these challenges work. We choose to be born, to a parent that we have karma with in order to grow and learn from it. We choose to marry karmic soulmates in order to have this opportunity for this crossroads and this change. In order to change these patterns, perhaps we've had a spouse that we've been in the same pattern with over thousands of years. We are given ourselves this opportunity to make different choices. And that's what karma is all about, is really that process, that balance, bringing things into balance. And the best way to resolve karma, I've discovered, is through making choices that are the most loving. And it might sound completely cliche that, it's all about love, because I think that's a word that we overuse in this culture, in our society. But that's how this balance comes about, is through making these choices that are the most loving. Sometimes the most loving choice is to leave a spouse, or to break off a relationship with a friend, or even a parent. It's all about making the choice that's most loving to them and their path, as well as to you and your path. So it's love for others as well as a love for ourselves, which is why it gets tricky and really complex. So, that's kind of been the insight that I've learned from working with people about karma and life lessons. We really do choose the circumstances of our birth. That isn't exactly what most people want to hear when they're in the middle of an incredibly challenging situation, that, hey, you chose this. But it has been very healing, this insight, for many people that I've worked with, as well as for myself. So it's some of us that are a little bit more evolved, meaning an older soul, which is a relative term, of course, because age does not necessarily guarantee wisdom. So I like to use the term more evolved soul. Some of us that are more evolved, we choose these incredibly challenging lives in order to give ourselves the opportunity to grow and evolve.